Dear friends, we are going to discuss a lesson in the fourth module of our syllabus, which is titled as A Different Kind of Development, authored by Medha Patkar. Medha Patkar is a great social activist in India who needs no introduction to you. She was born in the year 1954. She is at present working on various crucial political and economic issues raised by tribals, Dalits, farmers, laborers, and women facing injustice in India. She is the founder member of the 32 years old people's movement called Narmada Bachao Andolan, related to Sardar Sarovar Dam project. She is also one of the founders of the National Alliance of People's Movement NAPM, an alliance of hundreds of progressive people's organizations. In 1992, she received Right to Livelihood Award, which is known as Alternate Nobel Prize. Now coming to our lesson, it is titled as A Different Kind of Development. Actually, this is an interview done by a person called Venu Govindu while Medha Patkar was going on a satyagraha on 7th August 1999 related to Sardar Sarovar Dam project. In this interview, she critiques the prevalent development paradigms that cater to the comforts of the privileged and marginalize the already deprived people. She is arguing for an alternative model of development. She believes that a different kind of development can only ensure better social justice. Medha Patkar begins the topic with an introduction. According to her, the communities that are living on the basis of natural resources are forced to sacrifice their resources in the name of development. The state takes away the natural resources of the fishermen, farmers, and manual laborers. The state stands with the industrialized, urbanized, and marketized communities. The small section of the elite society utilizes these natural resources in the cost of the larger marginalized society. The society does not give a just share to those who sacrifice their land, water, and forest. According to Medha Patkar, this is a wrong kind of developmental pattern. The ordinary people who are living in the villages, they are asked to leave their places, their farmland, for the purpose of making big dams, big industries, etc. So now she is talking in particular related to the Sardar Sarovar Dam project in Gujarat, where thousands of people lost their houses. They were asked to move to different places, and many of them were deprived of their basic amenities. There were nobody to stand for them, and their rights were violated. And Medha Patkar came to the scene, and she led the movement, and then hundreds of people followed her, and that was a great struggle against the Sardar Sarovar Dam. I will now show you um, a video which is based on Medha Patkar when she received the Right to Livelihood Award. Listen to this video.
You see, development is a concept that can be interpreted and defined in different ways. And if it is the change that is desirable to whom is a question. And what is the framework of values and principles in which you would say it is desirable? And this is crux of the development paradigm. Everywhere you find that the communities living on the natural resources are deprived of those because those are acquired or transferred or taken over following the principle of accumulation and development of the certain elite sections of the society more than the others. Others are thrown the breadcrumbs too, no doubt, but it basically destitutionalizes the communities living on the land, water, forest, even minerals. So when we looked at the Sardar Sarovar project, we realized that the social and environmental aspects were totally ignored.
As she says in the video, the people who are in the periphery, people who are already deprived, the ordinary folk, they were exploited by the government for the sake of the people who are already having all the benefits. As she says in the video which you just watched, Medha Padkar says that there is a disparity in management of the natural resources. A large majority faces loss, destitution, and deprivation in the distribution of natural resources. A small section leads a comfortable consumeristic lifestyle, especially the people who are living in the city, the elite people. And those who stand for equality and justice would question this kind of planning. And Medha Padkar is arguing that what we need today for India is an alternative ways of planning that would begin from the bottom, from the smallest unit of the community. So just as Gandhiji said, what we need in India is the empowerment of the villages of India. So the present management style, according to Medha Padkar, is not proper. And she is giving an example that the water management system. Large dams are built and water and electricity are distributed to those who already have enough of them, the people who are in the cities. So for the sake of the people who are in the cities, the water resources are used and it is being given to them only. And water never reaches at the tail end. The deprived continues to be deprived of water and power. Now, having argued this out in the interview, Medha Padkar now goes on to say that there are three major issues that is faced in the process of development. The first issue that Medha Padkar discusses related to development is defective water management policy. According to her, water from Narmada Dam would be distributed to sugarcane fields and big cities such as Ahmedabad and Baroda. So what about the people who were thrown out of their villages and houses when this huge dam was built in Narmada? They could be still living in another villages like Kutch or Saurashtra, but this water is not going to reach them. They are never going to be the beneficiaries of the huge dam. The water is going to channelize to the farmlands of the big guns and also to the great cities such as Baroda and Ahmedabad. So the people who are the elites, people who are in the high class of the society, they are going to benefit by this big dam. People who are deprived are always going to be deprived. In many of the Indian villages, water is not managed locally even if there is good rainfall. So Medha Padkar is asking for, a management of water which is in the bottom level in the villages. She is asking for a kind of a management which is done through rainwater harvesting, making small watersheds, etc., rather than building huge dams which would benefit only the people in the cities. So the government is focusing on centralized reservoirs. But Medha Patkar is asking for starting from a smallest watershed unit and then moving to ridge and river, and which is a proper solution to the water crisis that the Indian villages are facing. So the first point or the first issue is defective water management policy. Coming to the second issue with regard to development discussed by Medha Patkar is defective power management policy. In India, 30% to 50% of households in villages are living without a single point of electricity. What is the solution? According to Medha Patkar, the solution is not to produce more and more power, but to generate power in different forms from multiple and mixed kind of resource base. She is giving us an example. Biomass is a source of energy for rural people. So using this source can make them self-reliant in generating power. So for generating power, making huge dams is not a final solution. Starting from small power units in the villages related to small uh, units of the families, we can empower the rural India. The big dams and the generated power is going to be benefited only for people who are living in the cities. Natural resources are taken from the rural area and it is going to be distributed only to the people who are in the elite class of the society, and that is what Medha Patkar is protesting. It was experimented in Maheshwar area and was successful. So she is telling us an example of she and her co-workers. They experimented this kind of a power generation project in a village, and she claims it to be very successful. A whole village became self-reliant without depending on state electricity board, and she is arguing thus as a second point, defective power management policy of the government is a block, a stumbling block in the process of development of India. Coming to the third issue that she is discussing in the interview is exploitation of the disadvantaged by the state. State is being the eminent domain, has full right to all resources because state is supposed to rule the society. State can make new laws, can amend laws, and can control the natural resources. And therefore the state is got full right to the resources of the territory. So the state claims that it uses the resources in favor of the most disadvantaged communities and ensure justice, but actually what is happening is the opposite. The state is using its power, police force, laws, ways and means to take away the resources and use it for the powerful sections of the society. State acts like a privatized state for the elite sections of the society. Natural resources based communities are forced to give away their resources. They are not even given any share in the benefits that are produced by the projects. She is questioning the hypocrisy of the state, where they are arguing that the state is for the people who are deprived, but actually, they are helping always, they are standing always with the side of the people who are in the higher class of the society, in the elite class of the society. So the people who are marginalized are always marginalized. People who are deprived are always continues to be deprived. And this is what Medha Patkar is protesting against. Coming to the next point, in the interview she says that her fight is not a fight against a single dam, but for a new value framework. So people may misunderstand that Medha Patkar is doing the strike, struggling against just against a single dam in India, which is Sardar Sarovar Dam. But she says, this is not against a single dam, but she stands for, or she's arguing for, a new value framework which should be in the mind of all the Indians. India needs a new set of values. People's movement are raising these issues which have social, environmental, financial, and economic impacts. The displaced population is at the forefront because they are the direct victims. This is not an issue of fighting against a single dam but against a total development paradigm. She is arguing that there should be a correction in the development paradigm in India. Decentralized, sustainable, and just paradigms should develop in water and power policy of the government. This kind of sustainable development should be the part of the value framework of the society. Well, now coming to the next point, there are various people's movement in India which are struggling for an alternative kind of development. The people's movement who take up these issues should have a comprehensive politico economic social ideology which is a combination of Gandhian and Marxian principles. So, the fight of Medha Patkar, as we could see, that she was for Gandhian non-violent principles, and she is also arguing that at times we need also to resort to Marxian principles. So it should be a combination of Gandhian principles and Marxian principles as well. The people's movement for against the Sardar Sarovar Dam or any such kind of projects which is against the depraved portion of the society. There may be individual struggles going on as Narmada struggle related to Bhopal gas tragedy, against the pollution of Chaliyar river which is in Kerala, and struggles of the hawkers who lost their jobs, etc. She is mentioning a lot of individual people's movements that are going on in different parts of the country. These struggles are clear examples for what kind of development we reject and what kind of development we accept. We are not against development but for different kind of development. The people's movements also should engage in reconstruction activities along with struggling against projects. So she says that all the people's movements which are undergoing in different parts of India are having a same goal, and the goal is to have a different kind of development. Rather than just protesting the projects which are against the deprived sections of the society, she is also exhorting the people's movements for some creative intervention. Coming to the last part of the interview, Medha Patkar is of argument that there should be an alliance of people's movements. See, there are a lot of people's movements in different parts of India going on against these kinds of projects, against pollution, against destroying the natural resources. So all these people's movements should have a union, an alliance should be there, so that they can stand together and protest. So alliance of people's movements is in this process is important. Without alliance, there would be no political force to challenge the powers who make irrational decisions based on vested interests rather than people's priorities, visions, and goals. The movement should be based on non-violence because violence is against a right to life and livelihood. Non-violent struggles won't leave the battle halfway. Narmada Bachao Andolan is for Medha Patkar is a model based on which people in the villages might rise and fight. She is concluding the interview with a hope that people of all kind, including youth, activists, and others, will rise up and will fight many battles as a part of the large war for a different kind of development. In short, the thrust point of the interview of Medha Patkar is that the paradigm of development in India is wrong. The paradigm of development in India is focused on helping, assisting the people who are living in the cities, the people who are already benefited by the development, the people in the villages, the people who are living in the midst of the natural resources are deprived of the resources. The people, the villages, the ordinary people who are depending on the natural resources like forest, water, etc., are forcefully sent out of the forest, out of the villages, and are to dislocate. And the benefit is always for the people in the cities. And therefore, she is for a different kind of a development which should be more focused on empowering the rural India. So, as Gandhiji said rightly, the soul of India is in the villages. India can progress, can have a development only by empowering the people who are in the villages. And that is what she is arguing in the interview. Thank you very much.